Hey guys, Susan here again. Guys, we have to pay attention to our monies and the money that we are putting out for the insurance companies. Guys, every year they go up. Every year God sent that we are still alive and that we have a mortgage. It goes up. And it's like it's uncontrollable. It's like, what do the citizens do? But anyway, I have been with Citizen a long time, many years. So 2022 is when Citizen started sending out all of their customers a letter to say, hey, you need a new roof. We need you to do a new roof within 60, 90 days. I don't know. I don't remember, but it was not enough time. You need time to seek a contractor, a roofing contractor, a couple of them. You need a couple of them to come out, give you a rate, give you that quote, and then you go from there. Then you determine your financing of this roof. Once you select that roofer, then you go with it. You start the job, have them start the job. Guys, I'm going to give a shout out to Paul Bang Roofing. They did an excellent job on my roof. $34,000. Yes. And so once I got that job finished and completed, the next step was to wait on the city of Miami Gardens to have their inspectors come out and take a look at the roof. Honey, let me tell you, it's so sad. They didn't have enough inspectors. The city of Miami Gardens did not have enough inspectors. So when you don't complete a job at a certain given time and date, your insurance company will cancel your policy, in which they did. They canceled it. And so by that happening, my mortgage company had to step in and put insurance on my property at a higher rate. I had to pay at a higher rate for 4 months. That's the time from when I had the roof done until the inspector came out, was able to come out, because they were so low on inspectors. They only had a few trying to do the whole city of Miami Gardens. And this was going to everyone. So everyone was busy trying to get their roof completed and get it inspected. And so I'm quite sure a lot of people got their insurance canceled by Citizen. And so after that job was inspected, passed with flying colors, thank God for Paul Bang Roofing. Passed with flying colors, no issues. I was able to reapply with Citizen. I'm talking about the same company that just canceled your policy. Mind you, I went from $4,100 to $4,200, $4,250 with Citizen. Then it was time for renew. I got a renew at $4,713. Then immediately got a letter from them again to say they were not renewing the policy. They were going to cancel the policy altogether. So my agent got that letter also, so she started shopping around. At that time, wasn't too many companies writing for the state of Florida, especially South Florida, because we're known for hurricanes. And so they placed me with Monarch. Guys, that insurance was $5,614 for homeowners insurance, just to insure your property. I was livid, guys. But what can you do when you don't have so many companies that's writing for an older home in Florida? So that next year, I went to Florida Peninsula. Florida Peninsula went down just a little bit. Wasn't that much. That was at $54.66.91. Okay? So We dealt with that. It's time to renew again come June of this year. I looked at a couple of quotes there. Florida Peninsula again, they went up to 58. It's like, come on guys, $5,800. I said, no, I can't take that. Look again, look again. And so she said, give it a moment. We got some companies that's starting to come in and starting to write for Florida again. And so she has placed me with American Integrity. That policy, guys, policy is $3,391.99. You might as well say $33.92. But that's better than 57, 58. And then next year, you know they're going to move to the 6,000s. And so, same policy, different company. And so, like I said, shop around. Don't let nobody spend your money out of your pocket without giving some kind of reason, without searching who's the best, what's the best. Can you give us some offers on the table? We got to stop letting people just take our money. And so another thing is November. We have to vote on property taxes for Miami-Dade County. Y'all, I think it's going to be a hard no for me. Because I'm just figuring, I'm sitting here, shoot, in a minute, I'm going to be 66, 67, almost 70 in a minute. And if you keep going up with the property taxes, $200, $300, with the insurance, $300, $400, honey, folks' money is not increasing that much in a month. So how is the elders gonna pay for this? You get an elder who's on a fixed income, and then between their property taxes and their insurance on their home, that has went up to $300, $400, $500, depending on your house. Where's that elder going to get that money from? How are they going to pay for that additional fee that's been placed on their home? And you have to pay it. You got to pay it. You got to pay that escrow. Because sooner or later, you're not going to be able to pay it, because once it's bundled up and keep bundling up over the months and the years, guess what? You're going to have a $4,000 bill, a monthly bill for your home. And so that's why I say we got to stop letting folks spend our money for us. Do your research into these insurance companies. Look deep into November and see how you're going to vote for that property tax. I think mine is going to be a definite no property taxes for me. It's too much, man. It's too much. Everything is going up. There's no money coming in. Everything going out. Sooner or later, you ain't going to have nothing to give nobody. And so another thing is we got to cut back on the things that we like. That AT&T internet or Uverse, I'm going to say we're going to need the internet, but that Uverse, I was paying $300 a month just to watch some channels on TV. I think I'm the last soul that did that canceled that. I was stuck with it. Although I didn't look at that much TV, but I was stuck with it because, you got folks in the household, you got your family members, you got your husband, you got your children, that wants to look at different channels, look at sports. Not no more. Cut that right in half. That phone bill, no more. Cut that right in half. I went to Magic Jack. Heck, I don't use the phone. I got a cell phone. I got 3 cell phones on my bill. I'm looking for an option with that too. Because y'all got to stop controlling what's in my pocketbook. Thank you very much. You guys have a wonderful day, and don't let no one take your money out of your pocketbook, out of your household, unless I'm speaking of the insurance companies, unless you're satisfied with that. But there's other options. They are now pulling back into Florida and now writing. So do your research. Thank you guys again. I love you and take care.